I'm back. Happy Sunday, everybody. I have the lights turned on here. It's been a long time. I think probably about a month since I've been up here actually doing any creative work. I pulled my one Winnie the Pooh journal off because my daughter wants to give it to a friend of hers who's pregnant. So that's fine. You can see the mess. I've been making a lot of oatmeal raisin cookies. And so I cleaned off the butter wrappers. I figured I could do something with these in a journal, right? Yeah, why not? So I have my cup of tea on my desk, which is a mess still from, I was working on that little purple diary. And then I made the wedding card for my cousins. I have to fix this. Anyway, I'm going to do a little cleaning up here. I'm going to put the purple diary aside. Scraps. My scraps are getting to be a bit much at the moment, and I still need to make more purple paper. But what I think we're going to start here is, I think I'll probably start another Winnie the Pooh journal. So let me clean up the mess a little bit. Sorry. Let me clean up the mess a little bit, and we'll get going. Okay, I know I said Winnie the Pooh, but I saw this sitting there. This was a quilt I was starting to make eons ago. So I think we're going to do this. It needs to be pressed. I think we're going to make a safari journal. All right, so I need to go get the base. And I might need to, I have to figure out papers. But I'm pretty sure I have papers. All right, I'll be back. Okay, Captain Crunch to the rescue. I cut it down to be 9 by 6. It already has a 2-inch spine, 9 by 6 with a 2-inch spine, perfectly fine. This was a scrap from it. Yes, I'm wearing my cozy bathrobe. This was a scrap from it, so the question, before I do anything, the fabric is big enough to cover it. See? The fabric is big enough to cover it, so I might just trim it down a little bit here. So I could have, and of course I might have some of this fabric, bits and pieces of it anyway. Top to bottom is okay. I don't know what I'll do. But anyway, so the question is, what kind of spine am I going to put in? Am I going to put in a hidden spine? If I'm doing a hidden spine, then I don't necessarily need to bulk up the spine at all. I mean, I will tape it just because of the bends and stuff. I'll use some Tyvek tape on it to reinforce it. I don't think I'm going to do a hidden spine, though. I don't think I'm going to do a hidden spine. So, and I do have this little 6 by 6 paper pad, Safari. Here we go. There's the fabric, right? And here's, so it will be a really cute little, and it's double-sided, baby book. I have these stickers. I think I also have, I might have another one of these or one similar to it. Okay, so yeah. I might do a hidden spine though, because I don't want to cover the spine, right? And, well, it doesn't have to be a hidden spine. I could still have the threads here. No, hidden spine it is. Okay. Yes, I'm thinking, you know, without a hidden spine, when I sew it in, the signatures, so it'll have 3 signatures. When I sew in the signatures, and if it's not a hidden spine, the threads here will be exposed, which is okay. Except I don't want the threads exposed. I don't want to detract from the quilting. So this will just make it. The cat's over there getting into all kinds of trouble. So, and then, maybe I could do a spine dangle or something. I just don't want to take away from the quilting. So we're doing a hidden spine. All right, we're doing a hidden spine. So let's first reinforce this with some Tyvek tape. Okay. Move my cup of tea out of the way. And then I will, what are we going to do? I'm going to reinforce it with Tyvek tape. I'm going to put the quilting down on top. I also have to figure out, I'm going to have to go through my papers. Sorry. Well, that's crooked, but that's okay. To see what I want to cover the, and then what do I want to cover the inside covers with, right? I'm sure I know I have plenty of different shades of green. Paper, like cardstock paper. And I can do that, which will also, just for good measure. So I could cover the inside covers with cardstock, which will also give this a bit more structure, right? Because the paper is a heavier paper. Dag nabbit. I can see it's, there we go. This Tyvek tape is very strong and sticky. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to do the same to the outside because I like my spines super strong. They bear the weight of everything, right? Just like in our bodies. My tea is in my way. Let me move it over there. Everything's in my way right now. My long sleeves are in my way. I'm going to have to go change. So, yeah. So yesterday was, where's the end of this? Here we go. Saturdays right now. The job is going, let me back up. I'm sorry. So the new job, which I've been at for a month, back working full-time ministry as a hospice chaplain. It's going okay, but it's exhausting. It's just, it's exhausting. It's a lot of driving. None of this is new to me because I've, worked as a hospice chaplain before. And, yeah, it's just exhausting. So I come home at night. By the time I'm done doing my documentation, because, it's electronic medical records, clinical records, doing all that. And I've just been so tired, and also adjusting, the weather, it's darker, all that kind of stuff. So, but it's going well. And then it's also football season, right? Yay, football. And as, I talk about my beautiful grandson who is 12 years old and plays football, and they live an hour and a half away, and their games are every Saturday. So Saturdays are me maybe doing a little cleaning and maybe doing laundry and baking. I'm always making something, and then driving an hour and a half to go to the football games. And by the time I'm home at night, because they're the older kids, their games don't start till 7 o'clock. By the time I get home at night, it's like 10, 11 o'clock. I'm exhausted. I go straight to bed. So Saturdays are taken up with family, which is a good thing, right? It's a lovely thing. So that leaves Sundays. And because it is football season and I am a football fanatic, it's all about who's playing when and which games I'm going to watch and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm just rambling. I've missed you guys. Okay, so I'm going to cut this down to, where am I going to cut it down to? I could just, if I just trim it off here, all right, and then I'll just, that's what I'll do. I'll just trim off, I'll do that right now. I could do that right now. I don't even have to move. I have my rotary trimmer. It's my paper trimmer, but it's all right. It'll work fine on this. I have my metal ruler, although I also have, you know, a plastic one. Let me use this so that I can see what I'm doing. Okay. And where did I say I was going to trim it? I'm going to trim it right here. And I'm going to try to get it as even as possible. As you can see, these are tiny little squares, and it's not necessarily straight, which is okay with me because, you know. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah. Didn't cut all the way through, which is fine. Like I said, they are, this is a blade, this is I use for paper, not for fabric. My fabric stuff is, don't touch my fabric scissors, people. Don't you dare cut paper with it. Okay, and I was just going to trim it off here. Right, there we go. And it shifted, and that's okay too. Yeah, so I started, I guess when I was a kid, I started doing counted cross stitch. One Christmas, my mother gave me a little thing for, you know, I don't know, it was like maybe 8 years old or something. And then just, you know, as the years go on, my mother, when she was younger and when we were younger, she used to, well, not when we were younger, she used to make, when she was growing up, as is her generation, she would make all her own clothes. So I moved from counted cross stitch to sewing, and by the time I was in high school, I was making most of my own clothes. Because, you know, I liked them better. And, yeah. So sewing clothes, making clothes for other people, you know, then into all kinds of crafting and quilting, and all that has led me here. All right, I'm going to attach this now to the book. And I was going to use my Always and Ever Faithful Heat and Bond method to do this. Of course, I have to clean off the ironing board. There's just enough here to turn this over, although all right, I'll be back. Okay, so this is in there. Not much there, but it's adhered pretty well. We'll take care of that. And as I was going over to my paper stash over there, my solid color papers, I remembered I have my wallpapers, and I thought I had some jungly wallpapers. And I do. I cut this one crooked though. Also, it's not going to, I can fussy cut. I'm sorry, I'm upset that I cut that crooked. The blue's nice, but I'm looking at my little lion face. Here I don't have a lion face. I can maybe fussy cut them out and put them down, these two anyway, on the inside covers, or just on a page in the book as we get to decorating. This is my creative process. This is my creative process. All right, I'm putting those aside for the moment. Again, I have my cute little guy here, which I will probably frame out, and he's so cute. Stick on the cover, right? Because look how cute he is. Yeah. Look how cute he is. And okay. All right. I'll be back. I'm going to use this color green paper to cover this. And as you can see, the inside covers. So I'm going to glue it down really well using Fabrifix. Now, remember we're doing a hidden spine. So what I was going to do is, what I was thinking of doing, let me rephrase. I'm going to glue it down using Fabrifix. And then I was thinking of taking it to the sewing machine and sewing it, just because the top and bottom edges are so thin. And I think, I mean, that sewing machine's a bit of a workhorse. And I have the bag where all this fabric is, with all kinds of squares cut out and little things and stuff. So I figured I would use, and then I would just use this. I would rip off a piece. This is what, because we're doing a hidden spine. So we will use the jungle fabric for the hidden spine. I could use any one of the other fabrics, but I think I'm going to use the jungle fabric. So that's a selvage edge. All right. Let's see if it's going to tear straight. Lovely. Nice tear. Nice tear. And let's do, I don't know, let's do here. Just want to make sure that it's all going to be nicely covered. I will take this obviously to the, well, let me just glue these down right now, right? Okay, let's just do this. Take those to the ironing board to get that ironed. And I might need to use, dagnabbit. I was thinking of using this little extra piece, but I might need a longer piece. I might need a longer piece to do the hidden spine with. So get that out of there. Piece of fabric. So I am glomping. And I use a zigzagging motion. Better gripping or something. Greater surface. I'm not really I don't know if you can hear it. The tip of the bottle is actually on the paper, and I lift it up just a little bit. So, and I'm going to get it over there as much as possible. Okay, let's do the same with this one. So, there. Make sure it's, well, at the edges or not. Like I said, that little machine over there is a bit of a workhorse. Of course, sewing through sticky substances. I'm just eyeballing this. I figure it's pretty equal. There. Okay, and actually, because the cover is quilted, the sewing around the edge here might be a nice idea. Also, the corners, I'm going to take my silver corners. I don't know if you remember in a recent video, I was having trouble with I think it was Sandy's journal. So I went back to my silver my silver corners, and then I just use the Sharpies to get them the color I want. So, okay. All right, I'm going to take it over to the sewing machine. Okay, I've taken it over to the sewing machine. As you can see, right, there we go. This is hours later. The Eagles are performing very badly in Las Vegas today. I'm really upset that they traded Zach Ertz anyway, so they're on my list. They're on my list. So, and then I was pulling out some papers. This paper pad because of this one right here. So maybe, right? This here because it has the brown, you know, it's just, these are just regular paperweight, and I like to use these for making envelopes and stuff. This is a double-sided, again, because of the leaves. This because of that. It's a much different green, and I don't know. And then there's this paper pad, which is metallic-y stuff, so maybe some of those. I don't know. Just 3 sheets of this. This is from the Dollar Tree, so it's very thin paper. Might be 20 pound. It feels less than that to me, though. This is the hidden spine that we're going to be doing. And these are just 65 pound weight cardstock. And I pulled out also some coffee dyed papers there. And I will show you next what I've been dyeing papers, as I said before. Oh, it's all gone now. Earlier, and they're downstairs drying. So there we go. Okay, yeah, on to the next thing. Okay, dyeing paper. I needed more blue. So this I'm going to let sit for a few days probably. And then what I have here, and I'm going to tell you about this in a second. I'm not sure if you can really see the color. It's kind of hard to see. It's called Pear Green, and it's from my watercolor set. And this is going to be for the, there you can kind of see the color, for the Safari baby journal I'm doing. But I've also decided to make a quilt to go with that journal. And I don't know if I'm going to put it up in the shop or give it to my daughter because she has friends who are pregnant. So this is the dining room, which used to be my craft studio. Obviously, I haven't done much with it, except the cat climbing up on the box spring, which tells me that before I throw that away, I need to buy a cat tree for the cat. He's gonna get caught. Yep. Okay, so got blue paper going there, got some green paper going here, and now it's time to eat and watch football. Oh, but what I wanted to tell you, this is the bottom of a cat litter pan. I had ordered a sifting cat litter pan, and they sent me one that was not a sifting pan, so they sent me a new litter pan, brand new litter pan, which I'm not using either. But the depth of this, so if it's inexpensive, I like it. It's plastic, it's easy to clean. I just had the idea today because the box is sitting here in this dining room that we never use. So normally when I do paper, I do it on the stove, and because I'm using spray bottles, it gets all over the stove and I make a mess and have to clean it up. But in here, it did not make a mess. I did not have to really clean anything up. So go to Walmart and get a cat litter pan to use for your crafting. That one's nice and deep. Okay, that's my tip of the day.